it's your girl Sweet E on the hottest show around Franchise Live. As you know, we always got the hottest artists up on deck, you know what I mean? And tonight we got my boy DJ Drama up in Philly. What's up, baby?
What's up, love? How you doing?
I'm doing fine,
good,
man.
Good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. You know, Philly is definitely feeling, you know what I mean?
Good looking, good
One of the
looking.
hottest DJs, you know what I mean, doing your thing.
Appreciate it.
So I understand, you know what I mean, you was born and raised in Philly?
Yeah, I'm from Philly. I grew up here for like 18 years of my life, you know. My pop lived in Germantown. My mom used to live down Olney, and then my dad moved out to West Philly down the bottom. My mom moved to Germantown, so I grew up in between like Brickyard and down the bottom, 33rd and Haverford, and then in Germantown, Pulaski, and Manheim. So, you know, I mean, Philly is the city that made me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I spent a lot of my, you know, my early hip hop years, you know, pretty much grinding it out in Philly. I came up around the time when, you know, 100X was out and Ram Squad and Bahamadia when she first hit, and of course, you know, I saw the roots go from the square roots on South Street to what they are today. So, you know, it feels good to, you know, be able to be in a position I'm at now, but also have that history from the crib.
That's what's up, man. Then, you know, then you moved to Atlanta. So tell me, you know, what was, you know, popping when you moved down there? And
I mean, everything. You know, I went to the A96 to go to school, and like, I guess when I got there, Atlanta was in this. I could call it like the second generation of I guess you would call it like hip hop dominance, you know. So when I got there, you know, Outkast was popping off. Of course, JD was doing his thing, Dallas Austin, and you know, it was right around the time when P blew up. And even though he wasn't necessarily from Atlanta, you know, he really pushed the South forward. So, you know, I got around there right around the time that crunk music started to emerge and get big, and people like Little John were coming up and things of that. So, you know, it was a good place for me to be, and even more than that, you know, just being Atlanta's one of those melting pot type places. So it's people from everywhere. So being a DJ, you know, and being where I was, I had to learn to, you know, kind of please everybody. You know what I'm saying? People from the West Coast, you had people from Philly, you had people from New York and the South. So everybody wanted to hear what they wanted to hear. So it taught me how to be real versatile and get my thing off.
Oh man, like that was hot, man. Being the hottest DJ that you are, man, who was like some of the greatest people that inspired you to become, you know, the greatest DJ that you are today?
I mean, really pretty much, you know, you get inspiration from all over. Like, of course, you know, the reason why I became a DJ is because of the movie Juice. I went to go see that when it came out, and, you know, GQ, big as hell on the screen, you know, doing his DJ thing. And I was like, yeah, that's what, I was about to go into high school, so it was, you know, that basically was what made me go get a turntable and then go to Armin's and get some records and things like that. And then, you know, but pretty much everybody, I mean, really, Philly is really known for, like, having the best DJs. I mean, of course, coming up, you know, you had Jazzy Jeff, you had Cash Money, you had Miz, Ran and Kobe was killing Radioactive. I remember when Cosmic Kev was on the Drexel radio station. And then, you know, and then through the years, you know, of course, the King Capris and the Flexes and on the mixtape side of things like SNS and Doo-Wop and Clue. And, you know, but even more than that, you know, I got inspiration from my parents and, you know, inspiration from my family. And then, you know, just bigger inspiration from people like, you know, Russell and Diddy and, you know, Hove and just, you know, things of that. One time, a crazy story is about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, I was at this party at the BET Awards in L.A., and Kevin Lyles and Puff were talking, and I was about to leave. And, you know, me and Puff were cool back then. We don't have a relationship we have now. And I was just saying peace to him, and Puff stopped me and grabbed my arm and, wait a minute, Drama, I thought that was you. And he was like, you know, from one hustler to another, you on to something. I don't know what the future holds for you, but you're on to something big. After these records, like, something bigger than that. And it just, like, that's inspiration to me because, you know, for somebody like Puff to tell me from one hustler to another, like, comparing our hustles, you know what I mean? And that's somebody I grew up on watching him grind it out, and you know what I mean? So it keeps me motivated.
That's what's up, man. Besides yourself, who would you put as another great DJ?
Man, again, it's so many. I mean, of course, one of the greatest is Jazzy Jeff. You know, I mean, Funkmaster Flex is a brand in itself, and you know, he's doing his thing. I mean, my partners in crime, Don Cannon and DJ Sense. You know, you got to take it back. You got to, you know, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Cool Herc or Grandmaster Flash or Jazzy Jeff. And so, I mean, I represent DJs as a whole. I could answer that question for hours, so you got to stop me. Like, but those were a couple of them, though.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Can you tell me, like, the difference, like,